Tales of Veldrith, created by Matty Taylor. Book 6, Eira's Reckoning.
Episode 55. The search begins.
Jorvik still smoked with the aftertaste of fear when Eira and Leona set out. Brander marched with them, though he grumbled about chasing shadows instead of strengthening the walls. Eira knew the truth. Walls wouldn't hold against what Tharivor Kesh was building. The ley lines themselves were the battlefield. Their road bent south through barren hills, where frost clung stubbornly even under sunlight. On the second day, they reached a ruin that Leona had marked on her charts, a shrine to the ley lines, abandoned long before the solar cult's rise. The shrine was little more than a circle of toppled stones, but the earth still hummed faintly underfoot. Carvings etched into the largest slab showed rivers turning inward to a hollow circle, the same mark they'd seen at Mirkfell. Leona brushed dirt away and muttered,
The Order has been here. Look, someone tried to cut the old runes deeper, twisting them to fit their pattern.
At the base of the stone they found scraps of parchment, brittle but legible. A prayer or a warning, Eira couldn't tell which. Guard the heart that drinks. Seal it in the forest no one dares name. Eira and Leona shared a look. The Veilwood. They left the shrine at dusk. The land turned harsher as the days passed. Thick forests, frozen streams, villages half empty from fear. Whispers of the Abyssal Order were already moving ahead of them, spread by merchants and beggars. But not all their enemies wore the Order's mark. It was on the fifth night, as they camped by a broken watchtower, that the cultists came. A half-dozen figures in torn solar cult robes, hoods hiding their faces. Their leader spat into the firelight.
You took our son,
he snarled at Eira.
You broke our god's vessel. Tonight we offer your blood to bring him back.
Before Eira could draw her blade, the first vial shattered at their feet. Smoke burst in a thick green cloud, stinging eyes and throats. Leona slipped between the shadows, daggers in hand, moving faster than any soldier could follow. Another vial arced through the fire, exploding into shards that caught flame on the cultists' robes. The fight was swift but brutal. Eira cut down two, Brander another. The rest fled into the trees, coughing and burning. The leader fell last, coughing up smoke, his final words a hiss.
The heart is ours, the shadow will rise.
Leona wiped soot from her hands and kicked one of the broken masks into the fire.
They were half mad already, desperate. But it means the Order isn't the only danger we face. The cult won't forgive you, Eira.
Eira cleaned her blade, her jaw tight.
Let them come. Kesh is the greater threat. The Voidheart is what matters.
She looked to the dark line of trees far ahead, a wall against the horizon. Even from this distance the Veilwood seemed to breathe, its canopy shifting as if it listened.
The texts and the cultists both point the same way,
Eira said.
Whatever the Voidheart is, it's there, and if Kesh reaches it first.
Her voice trailed off. No one needed her to finish. The next morning they broke camp and turned their faces toward the cursed forest. No one dared to enter.
A wall against the sky, a Veilwood breeze and waves. She looked to the dark line of trees far ahead, a shadow that listens, a place full of dread. Even from this distance, the canopy shifts, a living dark secret, a history of rifts. The texts and the cultists, they point the same way to the heart of the shadow.